Welcome to the Nimbus Consulting Group's presentation on this year's California state budget and how it will impact your state mandate reimbursement. 100 days into the new fiscal year, the California state budget is finally passed on October the 8th. The budget approved by the legislature provided $216 million in mandate funding. However, on October the 9th, the governor vetoes appropriations for AB 3632, also known as the Handicap and Disabled Mandate, and local recreation area background screening. He also suspends these two programs. The final budget appropriation for local mandates is $80,400,000. The minimum amount of funding necessary to continue local agency state mandates is the appropriation at $80,400,000. Now, there are a few mandates that actually have funding from a different source, such as the Administrative License Suspension Mandate, which comes out of a motor vehicle fund, and that has a $2.6 million appropriation to pay those mandates. And then there's a pesticide use report of $91,000 that actually comes out of a separate fund as well. Now, there was no appropriation made towards the payment of your pre-2004 deferred claims. Now, as a reminder, Proposition 1A that passed in 2004 is forcing the issue of payment for all those claims that are sitting on the state controller's books that were filed prior to 2004. Now, these claims have to be paid off by the year 2021 with interest, but there is nothing in statute that states that the state has to make equal payments. So this year we did not see an appropriation made in our state budget. Now, there's no appropriation for Peace Officer Procedural Bill of Rights either. This mandate actually falls into a loophole of Proposition 1A that does state that any mandates related to labor relations actually can be deferred rather than suspended if the state can't pay. As a reminder, the local recreation and the AB 3632 handicap and disabled mandate won't see appropriations because the governor did line item veto those. And Open Meetings Act, it's actually interesting that throughout the budget process, the legislature had intended to suspend Open Meetings Act. This actually did not happen, and it does continue to be an eligible mandate for fiscal year 2010-2011. However, it is missing off of the appropriations list and the suspension list for local mandates. So we're not sure exactly if it will be funded this year and paid or what will happen. So it'll be a wait and see. Payments should be made 60 days after the budget is passed. The legislature passed their budget on October the 8th. Fiscal year 2009-2010, we did see quite a few suspensions. Those suspensions will continue on into fiscal year 2010-2011. We did see a few new suspensions for 2010-2011, and those include the new program Crime Victim Domestic Violence Incident Report 2. Again, the local recreation and handicap and disabled because of the line item veto from the governor. And then our Mandate Reimbursement Process 1 and Mandate Reimbursement Process 2. Now, in the state budget, it does state that the Department of Finance shall review the Mandate Reimbursement Process 1 and 2 mandates and shall by January 10th of 2011 submit a report to the Joint Legislative Budget Committee with a recommendation regarding simplifying the reimbursement process for these mandates and reducing its cost. As a reminder, when the governor eliminated the AB 3632 funding with the line item veto, he also declared that the mandate would be suspended for fiscal year 2010-2011. The effects of the governor's suspension is unclear because the Constitution and other statutes do not explicitly authorize the governor to suspend mandates. As a reminder, when a mandate is suspended, it is for a period of only 1 year. It allows local governments not to implement any of the requirements of that state mandate. and therefore the state may postpone its obligation to pay the accumulated mandate bill. Same situation here with local recreation area background screening. When the governor line item vetoed this mandate, he also declared that the mandate was suspended. With Trailer Bill SB 856 that passed, it did authorize a local agency to charge the prospective employees and volunteers a fee to cover their costs related to this mandate. When the agencies are given fee authority, this actually will eliminate the need for it to be reimbursed through the SB 90 or state mandate reimbursement process, because essentially you can recapture your costs through charging a fee to those prospective employees or volunteers now. I wanted to take a moment and talk about the local mandate securitization. This is a measure that actually did not pass this year. It would have allowed cities, counties, and special districts to receive payments of up to $1 billion for their outstanding state mandate reimbursement claims. Specifically, it would have authorized a joint powers authority to issue a 10-year local mandate claim receivable and use the proceeds to pay local agencies for their outstanding mandate claims. The state would pay interest on the receivables at a rate of 2% per year. Local agencies would pay an additional interest or debt issuance cost. Now again, this is a measure that did not pass this year. This concludes our presentation on this year's California state budget and how it will impact your state mandate reimbursement. If you need more assistance or have additional questions, please contact us at area code 916-480-9444 or email us at info@nimbusconsultinggroup.com.